Hello everyone. Today we'll be starting with the overview of Python in terms of arithmetic operators. We have already covered the details of keywords, the naming criteria of identifiers. We have briefly also discussed about separators, operators. Separators, you are also told that they are called as delimiters over here in Python. So we'll move ahead with the concept of operators in terms of Python. Operator, as the definition suggests, is uh, supposed to work on operands. So operands over here for arithmetic operators will always be numeric values. To do any arithmetic operations, you need numeric values. So for all the arithmetic operators we have, we will be working on numeric values. There are 7 arithmetic operators: exponentiation, multiplication, division, floor division, modulus, addition, subtraction. They have been defined in terms of precedence over here. So the double asterisk symbol comes at the very first level of precedence. That is, it has the highest level of precedence. If there is a mixed expression which has exponent symbol along with multiplication and addition, so this is the first operation that should be performed. Then comes multiplication, division, floor division, and modulus. All the 4 of them, although they have been mentioned top to bottom over here, they all are at the same level. So there is no difference in the level of precedence on any of the 4. At the last level of precedence for arithmetic operators, we have addition and subtraction. So addition and subtraction, again, both addition, subtraction in themselves have the same level of precedence, but if you compare to the rest of them, then they are at the lowest level. Suppose we'll start with arithmetic operators. First one, we will be talking about exponential operator. So the exponential operator, x asterisk asterisk y, is executed as x raised to the power y. So as we have studied, x kept to the and at the superscript we have y. So because we do not have anything like a superscript in terms of Python to represent exponential, we will be using asterisk asterisk symbol. For an example, we are talking about 2 raised to the power 3. So it can be considered as 2 multiplied by 2 3 times. 2 multiplied by itself 3 times. So it is nothing but 2 into 2 into 2, and which gives us our answer as 8. So you can always try it out for yourself. Try it for 5 raised to the power 3 will give you 5 into 5 into 5. The answer for this is 125. Pretty much straightforward. Then comes the multiplication and division operator. Both of them are, you are familiar with both of them, so we won't be explaining much about them. X into y is executed as x multiplied by y. So when you are talking about 7 into 5, you will see 35. X divided by y is executed as, uh, suppose x will be divided into y equal parts. So 15 divided to 5 equal parts. In terms of Python, when you are getting the answer, you will be getting it as 3.0. Notice that for both the exponential and multiplied operation, we were only getting the answers in integers. Over here, in terms of division, you will always be getting answer in terms of floating point literals. Remember, floating point literals in terms of Python are nothing but decimal numbers. We gave them a specific name as floating point literals. Okay. So every decimal number that you say in Python is nothing but a floating point literal. So 3.0 over here in Python will be the answer for the division of 15 by 5. You may notice that both the numbers were not floating point literals, but still the answer of the division is still a floating point literal. So this is something that may come in terms of a question of output. What will be the answer? If you write 3, there are you will be marks can be deducted from your answer because it lacks precision. If you just write 3, it lacks precision. 3.0 is the correct answer. So again, notice that the answer is in floating point decimals, and remember that the division operator in Python will give you results in terms of floating point decimal numbers. Let us talk about the floor division and modulus operations. So these are two that may confuse you sometimes. So let us first talk about the floor division operation. The floor division operation is uh, executed as 8x divided into y equal parts, but will not consider the rest of the parts which cannot be divided into that equality into y portions equally. So we'll skip that. So if you consider a normal division operation, say 8 divided by 5 in a normal division sense, gives you 1.6 in the answer. But when you do 8 floor division 5, the difference between division and floor division is the double slash. The double slash represents floor division. We'll give you just one. The point to be noticed over here is that we have not rounded off the answer. We have not turned 1.6 or 1.5 or values greater than 1.5 into 2. We have just kept it as 1. We have just actually truncated the answer from the decimal position. There is a word called as truncated, which means to remove. Truncate is to remove. So we have just erased off 0.6 from there, and the answer is just 1. Now comes the modulus or the remainder of operator. So when we do a normal division, there are two, or the output we are, or the values we are generally focused on are the quotient values. Okay, and the division operation that is there in Python, or there is it, or the division operation of any other programming language will always give you the quotient value. But the modulus operator is focused on the remainder of the division. And remember, because we are focused on the remainder of the division, we are not going towards the decimal positions when it comes to dividing the number. So suppose, uh, notice that the division operator returns the quotient of the division, whereas modulus returns the remainder. So it can be either called as the modulus operator or the remainder of operator. 15 by 5 will give you 3.0 in Python as your answer, but 15 modulus 5 will give you 0 as the result. 0 because when you divide 15 by 5, it divides it exactly 3 times, and you do not have any remainder left. When you do a 8 modulus 5, you will get 3 as your result, because it divides it one time and 3 will be left as remainder. Let us now talk about some examples over here. So we have an example of 5 plus 10 divided by 2. So as you all have studied, 5 plus 10 divided by 2 will not be solved like doing 5 plus 10, 15 and then divided by 2. Rather, we will be following the rules of BODMAS. So because we are following BODMAS over here, we'll be seeing if 10 divided by 2 will first give us 5.0, and this should be 10.0 in the answer and not just 10. Okay, so ensure that you are writing 10.0 in the answer. 2 modulus 3 into 4. While doing any of such problem, notice that you have floor division and multiplication. Although plus and division were of different operator precedences, so we first did the division operation over there in this question. But over here in this question, we have both the operators of same operator precedence. As a result, we are not going to search for which we should do first. If all the operators within an expression, this is an expression 2 modulus 3 into 4, this can be a long one, this is a short one, we can have longer expressions. So if the within the expression, if all the operators are of the same operator precedence, that is, or of the same level of precedence, then we will move from left to right without any hesitation. So doing a 2 modulus 3 will give you 2, and 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. So the answer is 8. Again, I will repeat for you, because both the operators were of same operator precedence. modulus, and multiplication, because both of them are of the same operator precedence, we'll first do a 2 modulus 3. The remainder, when we divide 2 by 3, is 2. Okay, and then we multiply the remainder by 4, and the answer for us is 8. So this is one type of question. Let us just do a few more questions for in this regard. Suppose we have 10 in 3 raised to the power 2 modulus 9 plus divided by. So if you see this operation and if you wish to process, let me just show you how this could be done. On writing this over here, you may see that there are operators of multiple levels of precedence. Exponential operator, the highest level of precedence. So first we will be solving this one. 3 raised to the power 2. 3 into 3. Okay. This is nothing but 3 into 3. 3 raised to the power 2 is nothing but 3 into 3. So this will give you 9. Now, now you have plus as a difference operator, but if you see, you have these two at the same level. So we'll move from left. We'll first do 10 into 9. This will give me a 90. And 90 then modulus by 9. That's 3 divided by 1.5. This will, on solving this, I will get 0, because when you divide 90 by 9, there is no remainder. It will be divided 10 times straight. Now on solving this, you get 2.0. And what happened to plus 0? So even if you add a plus 0 into this, so no differences in the answer, you will have your answer as 2.0. Let us just see what the answer is. 2.0 we have. So let us try another operation. Let us just see. So let us just see this question. 6 plus 5 minus 13, floor division by 4, modulus by 5, and exponential by 2. So let us just solve this question. So you may see that this is the first operation that should be done. Okay. So because this is the first one that should be done, we'll first do this. And you may say your answer has been changed. Now, plus and minus have a lower precedence than floor division and modulus. So we'll first do the floor division and we'll then go after the minus modulus symbol. So 13 on being floored, done with floor division from 4, you will get 3 as your answer. Three as your answer. Now when you are doing the floor division of 3, the modulus of 3 by 10. So as you can see that 10 cannot divide 3, or we cannot divide 3 in integer parts, 10 equal integer parts. So because this cannot be done, so my quotient value will be 0 and the remainder will remain as 3. So when you do it, when you solve 3 modulus 10, when this is solved, you will get 3 as the answer. Now on solving this, because plus and minus have the same value, so or level of precedence. So you can solve 11 minus 3, and the answer for this will be 8. Okay, let's see what the answer is. 8 is the answer. So this is how we are supposed to do the arithmetic operator questions. Try a few questions for yourself. You know that the app Pyroid, the app decoder is there for you on to use on mobile. You have pynative.com. We have already talked about the website on which you can do it online. You can always download the Python ideally from Python website. We have discussed how to install Python ideally, and we have also discussed how we are supposed to install the Anaconda uh, interpreter. So Anaconda ID. So I will ask you all to try a lot of questions and ensure that you are understanding how the answers are coming and what may be the possible reason of your missing a step if you are not getting the correct answer in the very first go. And if you are facing any problems, you have my number. Just drop a message, show me the question that you have are facing problem with, and we can always discuss. Thanks for watching the video. Have a nice day, everyone. Bye bye.